Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Fortung. I'm the host of this podcast, Doers Within Emerging Markets. And I just want to share my experience with using Anchor so far. When the pandemic started, I thought about starting a podcast, and the whole idea was to bring in some really amazing folks that are doing some great work in their respective industries within the emerging markets. And the Anchor platform really helped me get the word out there and also just make it a lot easier for me to invite the guest and just share the amazing experiences they've had and the amazing work they're doing in their respective industries within the emerging markets. So it's pretty fun. You don't even worry about the technical part of making a podcast. You actually just focus more on the content. And Anchor has done it really well for me. So I will highly encourage anybody who is trying to start a podcast to try to use. Just check out Anchor, and I think you won't regret it. I'm not a technical person, but if you listen to these episodes that I've been publishing so far, it seems like I know what the technical part of it, but Anchor helps you take care of the technical part, and you just focus on the content. So feel free to check it out. I highly encourage. You won't regret it, and it's right there. You don't pay anything. So in times like this, I think starting a podcast and getting the word out there, irrespective of what you're doing, will be a really great experience. So thank you guys for listening to my episodes. Please check out Anchor, and you will have a great time. So cheers, guys, and see you guys next episode. Thanks. Hello, everyone. So welcome again to Time for Emerging Markets, Doers Within Emerging Markets. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Bethlehem Tilahun Alemu. And she's a businesswoman, founder, and executive director of SoleRebels, Africa's fastest growing footwear company. So Alemu has received honors and accolades for her business acumen. She has also shifted the discourse on Africa away from poverty to an Africa that promotes entrepreneurial spirit, social capital, and economic capital. Alemu has also launched the Republic of Leather, designing sustainable luxury leather goods and garden of coffee. So by the way, I get my contents online, so it's not that exclusive, but through this podcast, I want to highlight doers within emerging markets, such as Alemu, who is based in Addis Ababa. So her parents has worked at a local hospital in Addis Ababa, and she attended primary and secondary school there. She went on to attend Unity University, graduating in 2004. So Unity University is a great school that is based in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia as well. So I think what's really interesting about this entrepreneur, Bethlehem Alemu, is that her company, SoleRebels, is now international and created by this amazing female entrepreneur. And he has actually been recognized for his ethical productions, fair trade practices, and use of sustainable materials in his manufacturing, particularly in his use of recycled tires for the soles of his shoes. So that is something really commendable and something that's really, really, I found it really incredibly amazing that she took that route to build this company, his company. So she started with a bank loan of $33,000, which is approximately 580,000 Ethiopian birr. And, she named the company as a nod to Ethiopian rebel soldiers who wore handcrafted rubber tires. So there's just many interesting things about how she thought about the company, the supply chain, the processes, and just how she navigated that conversation around sustainability, and also most importantly, how she thinks of entrepreneurial spirit, economic capital for the continent of Africa, and specifically Ethiopia, and to how she has infused that into SoleRebels. So just an amazing entrepreneur, someone that we can really look into as someone that can be a limelight for many young African women as they're thinking about their jobs in the future and how they're they're planning on building, their careers, and how they look at Africa as a place where we can actually be at the epicenter of success for the continent. SoleRebels, and I apologize, I called it SoleRebels later. The company is called SoleRebels, and it has been called the fastest growing African shoe brand as of 2014. And it sells products directly to customers via its website and retail outlets in North America, Europe, and Asia. So in October 2014, SoleRebels opened its first retail store in San Jose, California. And also of 2016, they had retail outlets in Addis Ababa, the United States, Taiwan, Japan, Greece, Switzerland, Spain, Austria, and Singapore. And in 2018, SoleRebels opened its first retail store in Hamburg, Germany. So it's incredibly international company. And based on what I see here, she's just 41. So great entrepreneur. Check her out, SoleRebels. Her name is Bethlehem Tilahun Alemu. And I'm really excited to see people like this doing amazing work, and that is why she's the highlight of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please feel free to follow this podcast on anywhere you listen to a podcast. It's now on several platforms, from Spotify to Google Podcasts to Apple Podcasts to Breaker, anywhere you can find your podcast. I will also have this episode on YouTube as well, so feel free to go on my YouTube channel, check out Photon, and you'll be able to subscribe and even listen to other episodes that I've recorded through this podcast towards within emerging markets. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this content, and have an amazing day. And I'm excited for what we're gonna share more on this podcast. And please take care. Hopefully you get the vaccine. Stay safe and be well. Take care, guys.